Guys, welcome to another video, and for today's video we are gonna go get Baal, the battle pet. This was one that came into the picture in BFA. Bunch of secret stuff that you had to do. And before we even go further, for those that are following along, checking out the video on how to get this Baal pet, the biggest thing is that you need Una. So you can pretty much do all the steps up until the end. The very last part, you're gonna need Una to, do the final part that gets you the pet. So I highly suggest doing that. You can't just go get Una. You have to do her storyline. And so I will leave the video for that at the end of this one. So if you still need that part, just skip to the end of the video. It will pop up at the end and you can check out that video on how to get Una. And that is the only prerequisite you really need. And let's get started. So the first place that you go to start up this is Nazmir. So you're gonna hit up the Heart of Darkness, and your first clue will be right here, kind of hidden, but I've shown you exactly where. This is 5159, and it's right at the edge, as you can see. For the second location, we're going to Broken Shore, and it'll be Drakthul's hideout. Great way to remember this is if you did the secret for the mount out here back in Legion. This is where you went to start up all that. So this location will be at 3771, and on the table you'll see an orb. That's what you're looking for. There's gonna be a little pebble there, so you can just zoom in if you need to and click the pebble. Our third location is going to be over at Boralus. On the topic of Boralus, I highly suggest doing this on an alliance, honestly, because it's easier. So as you can see, there's a net here. It leads to a hidden cave. And we are at 4940 at hook point, and the pebble will be right in the middle of the room. Our fourth location is in Zuldazar, and this one's going to be at Atal Dazar. So you're just going to go around the side of this building, and there's going to be an area that's pretty well hidden, I'd say. But there's a hidden cave in there, and you can see me get to that right now. And you'll just grab the pebble that is in there. And just while we're kind of bouncing back and forth from Boralus to Zuldazar, this is why I found it was a little easier on Alliance, was because, well, one, you're in more Alliance areas than you are Horde areas, and two, I just find it's a little more convenient to get to the Horde side from Alliance than to get to the Alliance side from Horde. Our fifth location is out in Drustvar, and it'll be at Gol Osigr. I think I said that right. This is in a cave at 3653, and you will see this little statue, or whatever you want to call it, and the pebble is in the eye, so you just walk right up to the statue and you will see the pebble in one of the eye sockets. Your sixth location will be in Voldun at Tortaka Refuge, so really easy to get. You can just fly right there. Just don't get near this guy. As long as you don't get near him, you'll be fine. There's another one that's similar. It's a lot worse. But there's no need to really be super close to him because the pebble is near where we walked in. So the pebble isn't even around him. So don't worry, like don't start looking around him. It'll be fine. And as you can see, the pebble is over here near these rocks, very hidden. It took me a couple of minutes to actually spot this one. I originally thought the pebble was around him. And yeah, so this is 6323. Okay, the 7th location is at Stormsong Valley, and it's technically the Great Sea. Best place to get here is to fly to Shrine of the Storm, and then there'll be a cave at 6511. It is hidden under some trees, so another one that takes a little bit to find, but I'm showing you exactly how I found it, so you should be fine. And the pebble is in a wheelbarrow. There's a couple of wheelbarrows, so as you can see which one actually has the pebble. And yeah, just look for red on the bars. Our 8th location is at the South Seas in Nazmir. This is your first of 2 tough ones. So there's 2 fatigue areas for this video, and this is the least tough one. The toughest one's near the end, but this one, you may die. I did. And it's really tough to make it there, get your item, and not drown to death. Or, you know, have fatigue hit you. So basically what you're doing is the coordinates are 54-7. If you have any water stuff, you're going to want to use it. Unfortunately, fatigue doesn't, fatigue overrides all that shit, right? But at least if you have some, unending breath, if you're a warlock, or, if you're a druid, you're in your form, at least if you have some of that, it's not so bad. You're able to swim there. Some swim speed would be good. I didn't want to bother going to get potions, so I didn't. But if you use a potion, then you probably wouldn't die. And you could maybe do it in one shot. So you're going to hit up this ship, and it's at the side. You will see the pebble right on this section here that you see me at. And yeah, there's pebbles all around, so just check. The 9th location is in Boralus. It'll be Proudmoore Keep. And there's a maze that you go through. There's different ways you can get through to the maze. So I chose to show you the entrance way of where I started. So definitely just look for an area that looks like this. And then start your way through the maze. You will see some... You'll see some of the guards playing D&D. Once you see that room, you're in the right room. This is under a bush, so you're definitely going to want to look around a bit. 3780 is where you'll be able to get through to the entrance. And the pebble is behind the barrels. Our 10th location is back to Drustvar, and this is going to be Western Watch, which is near the lighthouse. There is a hidden entranceway, again, like pretty much all of these. It's at 17.6. It's just around the lighthouse. And once again, there's bushes there that lead to a cave, and the pebble is not in the cave, but it's where it would lead to the cave. So I found the best way how I discovered the pebble is I found the entrance to the cave. I went in, and then I realized it wasn't in the cave, and I started going out, and that's when I spotted the pebble as I was going out of the cave. So that, if you're struggling, that might be one thing you want to do is, you know, go into the cave and then come back out. Use Zoom. It is a tough one to spot. Our 11th location is in Tiragarde Sound at Kennings Lodge. You can fly right there. And this is where there's a lot of different caves. So you might have to kind of just walk into each individual cave to make sure you're at the right one. You are going to know it right away, though. This is a dangerous cave. How you'll know it's the right cave is you're going to see like blood around areas, right? And there are some clatterback in the area. If you're a stealther, stealth immediately after they catch you. If you're not a stealther, they're probably gonna come out at some point and they will one-shot you. Doesn't even matter what level you are. Like, no matter what the level, they will one-shot you. So be careful. The next location is still in Tiragarde. And this is the Waterfall Cave. So basically just make your way back to Boralus. And the cave entrance is at 8019. And there's a lot of pebbles in this one. So the one that's going to be clickable is under a scroll. The 13th location is again in Boralus. And this right here is kind of why I suggested the Alliance to do this, because there's quite a few Boralus areas. So we're going to the Seaweed Cave. It is going to be at 1082. Another hidden one that you will have to find among stuff. It is underwater, so you do want to get yourself underwater. Another one that has a lot of pebbles scattered kind of all around, but this one was fairly easy. So once you get there, just swing a right and you'll see the pebble. It's not too bad. There's definitely been pebbles that were a little more hidden than this one. Now for location 14. Now, when I was recording this, my progress doing this recording was going so smoothly until this part. So if you're gonna struggle on any part of this video, it's gonna be this part. And one of my biggest struggles was actually the coordinates. So I'm gonna make this a lot easier than other videos were showing me, because I went to some videos to try to see what the hell I was doing wrong for this part. None of them were any help, and I eventually found out on my own what the issue was. So what the issue is that the underwater cave that you're getting to has a negative coordinates. That's where my issue was. I was putting positive coordinates instead of the negative. So that will make this so much easier for you guys. So I hope if you have been struggling, me saying that makes things so much clearer, because once I did that, I was there like nothing, you know. I wish I'd known in the beginning. So basically, there's 3 sets of coordinates you want to do here. Your first set, so when you start where you saw me start here, we are off the coast of Voldun. And so basically, if you're Alliance and you're porting into Voldun, go to the left side, and yeah. So the coordinates of where you start is 45-3. So go to 45-3 in Voldun, and you'll be at the start of the water. And then there's a fatigue area, but you can get fatigue to rise back up halfway. So what you want to do is fly over the water, get to 47 minus 3. That will get you to the fatigue point that allows you to have your breathing back up. And then you're going to continue along to the cave you see me at. And that is 55 minus 10. So very, very important that those have minuses in them. My issue at the beginning was that the system wasn't recognizing a minus. I had to kind of like force the system to recognize that it was a minus in the coordinates. So I hope that really helps you guys out. Highly suggest TomTom. You are gonna need TomTom for these coordinates. Like I said, once I realized it was negative coordinates there, it just went so much smoothly. Also, we're gonna be hearthing next, so you can just swing around here if your fatigue is hitting you. There's a little island, and you're completely safe. Fatigue will be removed. You won't be in water. Okay, so that is all the pebble stuff that you have to do. We are done with that. That last fatigue area is the final one. So now for the final part. At this point, you're gonna hearth to your garrison, and we are going out to Frostfire Ridge. And to be more specific, it'll be Colossal's Fall, and there's gonna be a lava area that you'll see, and Baal is sitting in the middle of that lava area. Now, for this part, I thought I was recording the part with Una, and I guess I wasn't. So I'm gonna tell you what I did, but you can see her reactions in the chat, so it's not like a huge deal that I missed that part. It's gonna be easy to understand. So, before you start the battle with Baal, he will like one-shot you if you don't do this next part. So this next part is when you need Una and the upgraded version of her. So you need to have done her storyline, and you'll summon her out and just wait for her to say what she said in this chat here. So she will say, "Eat stars, bad guys," and she'll order you to more or less start up the fight. When you see that said, then she's more or less put like a buff type thing on you, where you can just normally pet battle this guy. Use whatever pets. It's an easy battle at this point. And yeah, but if you don't bring her out, he will one-shot you. I did it the first time. I had forgotten to bring... Well, actually, I had her out, but she didn't say her stuff, so I hadn't triggered that, and when I went to fight Baal, like, my first pet didn't even get a hit in. Baal just, like, one-shotted the first pet, and... yeah. So this part was really easy. You know, like I said, once you have Una saying what she has... it's a super easy fight. You don't even need a strategy. You just use whatever. Just load up your team of level 25s and it doesn't even matter. You'll win. It's not a tough fight at all. And that's the video, guys. So we now have Baal, the battle pet. I think he's super cute. little demon goat. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad I got him. Like at the time of this hitting the channel, I got him the week prior, right? And one of the biggest reasons I wanted to go after him the week prior, which would have been last week, is because as I'm editing this right now, it's Thursday the 26th, which means it's the pet battle event in the garrison. So I fully intend on leveling him. I'm gonna level him tonight. And yeah, so I was so happy to get this guy. So as of tonight, Baal will be a level 25 pet. So that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. For those that were following along, I hope all the steps, were pretty clear to you. And have a great one, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.